What's going on, guys? Max Damage All Nines. We're bringing you a special game, a franchise that's near and dear to my heart. Not just that it's Final Fantasy, but specifically Final Fantasy VII. Largely considered by the Western JRPG fandom populace to be one of the major breakthrough games in the West that introduced JRPGs to an American audience. This game featured a lengthy story on 4 discs on the original PlayStation iteration of the game. So that tells you just how big of a game it was, not just in terms of its popularity, but in terms of its size and scope. Final Fantasy VII introduced a lot of people to a lot of difficult themes, and for that reason, I love this title. The remake hasn't been widely held in great esteem as much as the first one has for various technical reasons, in addition to, well, nostalgia, right? Anytime that you recreate or rehash anything that you've experienced in the past, there's always the chance that that second experience doesn't live up to the first. And so, we're seeing that now. I'm going to go ahead and play this game for myself, and for you guys out there who follow my channel. Any newcomers here, you can find me on Max Damage Arcade on YouTube, in addition to my Max Damage All Nines Twitch. Not doing too much self-promotion today. I've got my editor ICPJs behind me. Probably can't see her because of the background, which is fine. If you guys recognize the background, it is from the first game. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. This game really does, in my opinion, does a good job of speaking for itself. I don't really have to come to its defense too much, so let's go. These are the settings I'm going with. The only setting I don't like is using SDR for dynamic range. Unfortunately, you can't use HDR at all. This is just kind of an FYI for you guys if you try to play this title yourself on PC. A lot of the stuttering issues are really coming from a bad implementation of DirectX 12. So if you're running it from the Epic Game Store, you can go into the settings, add the command line into the game, dash DX11, and you can run the game in DirectX 11 instead, and it looks so much cleaner. There's no stutter. The 4K resolution comes through a lot better. It pops better. In addition to that, there's a couple other fixes online. I've posted an article with the fixes in my Discord. If you guys are members of my Discord, The Damage Den, go check that out under public service announcement. Thank you guys for your support if you're here from The Damage Den. Alright, get it going. You play inverted Y-axis. Some people think that's weird. I think it comes from my days playing flight sims. had the mic muted during that. Yeah, so the performance test of this really rides on that opening cutscene, doesn't it? We only got a couple of little bits of stutter. And that may be just because I'm running Streamlabs, you know? Who knows? So far, so good. Game looks good so far. Icy Pages is not sleeping. She's been awake the last 30 minutes or so. Ha! Yeah, she's behind me. She's talking. All right. I'm a little awkward with the camera. Just because I'm inverted, and also I've noticed that it might be the controller, or it might be me, but when I rotate the camera, it just does odd things. So forgive me for that. I'll try and keep it centered for the most part. Yeah, things tend to take a downward angle when I turn the camera. That's the only complaint I have so far.
Oh, Japanese dialogue?
Yeah. I knew you would like that. Yeah, I'm trying not to get frustrated by the constant auto teach commands popping up on the screen. But I guess, you know, you have really young players interacting with RPGs for the first time. I remember what it was like for me as an 8-year-old trying to play RPGs and not having any basis really for... I think there's a really good video on YouTube about the RPG learning curve. Somebody basically hands their wife like a copy of Persona and lets them go. I think you watched it with me, and lets them go at it versus a game that's like Kingdom Hearts, you know, where it like holds your hand a little more. And it's just, it was going through like the different elements of holding your hand through these games, and it just, PlayStation era RPGs were not friendly to like holding your hand. 1998, I was 10 years old playing this game, the original iteration.
I remember I picked up 8. Like 9.
After having played 9. 9 was a little bit more user-friendly, I would say, than 8 was.
The way you switched out materia, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, the material. Oh my god, but everybody hated the combat system. I love the combat system from 8.
The draw system?
Yes,
Yeah.
the drawing mana, but that's how you cast spells. Way better than NP. Sorry, I'm getting hydrated, y'all. I told you she wasn't sleeping. She's behind me talking.
Sony?
They can't hear you because the mic has a big clip. Let me,
No, you know what happened.
Alright, let's go. What do you mean?
で、ソルジャーがなんだってうちらの仲間になるの？その人キャリアを捨てるわけ？名前なんだっけ？
元ソルジャーだとよ。
うん。
名前はクラウドストライフ。武装路線で行くとなればプロフェッショナルの参加は。
What did you install? Gilbot says he's got shitty connection because he installed a tiny indie game.
勝手に仲間にするな。仕事が終われば他人だ。
ちょっとめんどくさいやつかな。
見た目がいいから。
Gorogoa. Sorry, I gotta adjust my audio a little bit. Force me to.
Well, I figured since it was fully audio.
クラウドさん。
It's running perfect audio.
俺は基本がなっちゃう。
Running the audio through the
っていうか出場種目が
Oh no, no, I'm not. And also, I'm not playing on PlayStation. I'm playing on the PC.
例えるな。
You catch their dialogue?
もうすぐ開くっす。
There's Barrett. Grunty McGrunt Pants. You think they made him too grumpy in this iteration?
ただの金目当てなら。
Or you think that's accurate to his portrayal?
クラウドさんだって星の未来を思
I
う
think
気
it's
持ちは
accurate to
俺
his
たちと。
character.
I figured it's
See, I can see that. Man, but they had to come down on some kind of, like with Jet, you know, Jet and Cowboy Bebop, the live action, they did a great job with that, and everybody kind of universally agrees that that was a great, yeah, it was perfect. But both of those iterations required them coming down and making a decision on how they were gonna make somebody upset. Is what I'm trying to say. It'd be perfect for everyone. Look at this shot right here. This is what I want. I want the poster of this shot right here. Give me that poster. Give me that wall scroll. Nice! That's pretty. Yeah. Cloud-san. I like the Japanese. I really do like it. It sounds good. Worth getting this remake. If we play it in Japanese. I couldn't get the... I don't think you could get the original Japanese in the PlayStation 4 version, could you? It was like a download or something? Can't remember why. I just remember, like... Man, why wasn't this a choice the first... Like, why did I have to pick English? I don't recall.
こっちだ。
We didn't have to read the subtitles.
いるぞいるぞ。任せた。
The dogs do look exactly like the dogs in the original. Dang, Cloud. Savage, dude. Did you hear that guy scream? Wilhelm scream. If I stick around, there's a second fight.
So, my question is, what's supposed to happen? Maybe design or is that all they get?
If you can't hear, ICP just saying, was Cloud supposed to have puffy pants originally in the design? I think the answer is yes. They're totally intended. Oh, whoop. What's up, man? Oh, I can't talk to Wedge.
なくこの腕さえひねるソルジャーといや神羅の番犬。マコールは初めてじゃねえんだろ。俺をマコーだまりのブリッジまで案内してくれ。教えたくねえってか。神羅に未練たらありじゃねえか。中堅スタンプかよ。拒否したって意味ねえぞ。もともとお前の時で立てた作戦だ。
マコールは建造された時期によって構造が違う。この形式は初めてだがなんとかなるだろう。
待ってて、今ビックスが扉を開けるから。
ちゃんと案内しろよ。ちゃんと案内しろよ。
Sure you are.
せかすなよ。おい、ロック解除。
誰だ。閉めろ。
Big's meant to look like Charlie Sheen. Is that intentional? Is Big's meant to look like Charlie Sheen?
Apocalypse now.
Apocalypse now. Dang, quick. More like area of effect style of attack.
さっさと行くぞ。
その声響く。
集中しろ。
後ろは任せてくれ。
Yeah, look at Charlie Sheen over here.
パスコードの情報は分派の同士が手に入れたの。あ、分派はこっちか。活動方針で揉めちゃって。はい、ロック解除。
気張っていけ。
Wonder who she's talking about.
おい、ジェシーを待たせるな。
Give me Ultra. Phoenix down.
エレベーター下に行っちゃってる。そこのボタン押して。
こっから先は警戒がさらに厳重だ。手間すんなよ。
ティファの知り合いでしょ。好奇心むき出しで聞くけど、どんな知り合い？
Memories. I'm not gonna pretend like all of you guys are seeing this story for the first time. We know exactly what this is about.
また無視した。
俺たちは
このネズミどもはアバランチを名乗っているようです。
Armored plate.
とはいえ、かつてプレジデントの命を付け狙ったあのアバランチとの関係は不明。
It's named after a Western philosopher from the Nazi era. Not necessarily a Nazi himself. Yeah, he was a member of the Nazi party.
てめえが飯食ってる時、眠りこけてる時もこのバカでかいポンプが魔法をガンガン吸い上げるわけだ。休みなく容赦なくよ。お前、魔法の正体を知ってるか？魔法はこの星の血だ。俺たちの体を流れる真っ赤な血と同じ。ってことは、このまま吸い続けたらどうなるよ？星の悲鳴が聞こえねえか、クラウドさんよ。
あんたには聞こえるのか？
おおよ。
医者に行け。
Get help, he said. Oh, snap.
星の未来より5秒後の自分を心配するんだな。あんたの悲鳴なんてゾッとする。
こっからは慎重に行く。
Way louder and more spirited than English Barrett. I agree.
少しでもおかしな動きをしやがったら容赦しねえ。
I also feel like it's more appropriate, wouldn't you say?
クラウドの賢者、苦戦は必至。
Like if you're somebody who played the original, and you're looking for an accurate depiction, they did a good job.
我慢してね。
Barrett.
がっかりさせるなよ。
Hit. Start blocking that instead of trying to evade it. It's Cure on Cloud.
レーザーは一定間隔で明滅する。消えたタイミングを狙って進む。
さすが。じゃあまず私から。スリルが大好物なの。
おい、
その綺麗な目にしっかり焼き付けてね。
Okay.
そうそう、その感じ。余裕だね。大丈夫？
Try too hard right there.
バッチリ。この調子でいこう。基本はさっきと同じ。さあ行こう。タイミングを見て。さすが元ソルジャー。簡単すぎる。
Really? I never do it right.
なんとかここまで来れた。爆破見て。あれは通称スイーパー。ヘマしたらお掃除されちゃうかも。
その前にスクラップにしてやるさ。
ただの鉄くずだろ。
死ぬぞ。
策はある。
魔法。
Ultimate spells attack quickly for their stagger gauge.
方が効くはずだ。武器を狙って決めていけ。落ち着いていけ。
頼られちゃうな。復活しちまったが。
チャンスは自分で作る。もう一度行くぞ。仕上げだ。油断する。仕掛けるぞ。
言われるまでもね、全力で潰す。いや、ぶち込むぜ。やってやら。
Wanted to end with his
お
ability.
前、いくつだ。
ファーストだ。
あ？
ソルジャーには階級とは別にランクがある。
いくつって聞いたら年じゃねえのか。普通はよ。おっと失礼。ソルジャー様は普通のはずねえよな。はいはい、ファーストね。じゃあいいかな。覚えとくぜ。
Japanese voice cracks me up.
ここがマコーロの中心。あそこに爆弾を仕掛けるの。
At least Barrett owns his dorkiness. Wow, you dork. It says Gilbot 9000 chat.
近いぞ。魔法でむせ返るぜ。できたぜ。
おじけづいたか。
これが長年の夢が叶う喜びだ。
ここを降りていい。エスコートはここでおしまい。出しゃばっちゃってね。そっちじゃない。足元降りて。
I feel like that's what he do though.
死ぬ。
俺の見せ場だ。邪魔見やがれ。ほら。
think I know what I'm doing this time.
落ちたら
騒ぐほどじゃない。
いよいよだぜ。いよいよだぜ。さて、シンラが送り込んできた犬じゃないってことを証明してもらおうか。
I love how he keeps calling him
爆
that.
弾はお前がセットするんだ。ティファの連れってだけじゃ信用できねえ。仲間になりてえなら
何度も言わせるな。俺は雇われただけだ。
だったら黙ってやれよ。
Yeah.
There's just
Oh, feather. What does that mean?
どうした？
That's another point of criticism I think people every game was the
問題ない。
pre-Sephiroth
お
theme.
前が決めろ。
Oh yeah, we can do it in 20 minutes.
自信あんだろうな。
they did that to align with like some media that came out.
Children. I feel like this game aligns more with actual children canon than original Final Fantasy 7 PS1 canon, which explains for it better.
気をつけろ。
Whoa.
ビリビリだ。なるほど。確かに効いてるぜ。
So,
気合い入れてけ。
fire doesn't help. Self-push. Pressure! Notice that Punisher mode adds a lot of pressure very quickly.
落ち着いていけ。
頼られちゃな。星のために俺はやるぜ。めんちゃま期待してるぜ。
Yeah. Oh, no. Not what we want.
なんだありゃ。
この防御システムは初めて。
使えねえな。
だったらあんたが何とかしろ。
腕が鳴るぜ。
近づきすぎて自爆するなよ。
こっちだな。そう。勝ってえな。
簡単に倒せるのか。兵器とは呼ばない。
通らねえ。大したことは。
ここからだ。叩き切る。
Not what I wanted to do. Nope, not what I wanted to do. I need to change that command.
俺の見せ場だ。おい、ここまで続けて本当に倒せんのか。おやつ前にもっと撃て。てめえの方がサボってんじゃねえか。
Reach it that way. Oh shoot.
下が連携しよう。
おう見てろよ。急げ。どうよ。ケッパー。いやまだまだいける。オッケー。引きずろう。
覚悟はいい。この回復が必要だ。
頼られちゃな。逃がさねえぞ。
仕上げだ。やっこのダメージ。
Ah.
やっ落ち着いていけ。
おう、引っ込んどけ。放題やりや。
Doesn't matter what I do that.
はい。ケッ。
There you go. Great. Give me something to hide behind.
レーザーが来る。サソリの尾に気をつけろ。
どうすりゃいいんだ。
直撃したらただじゃ済まない。鉄骨に身を隠せ。
いけんだろ。
やってやる。そっちは任せる。
おう、任しとけ。完全注意。
Oh
気合
shoot.
い入れてけ。今だ。逃すなこのチャンス。
消え失せろ。やっシェラやってやる。回復が必要だ。まずいな。
おう、引っ込んどけ。サソリにやられてたまるが。気合い入れてけ。ヒッ。ほらほらほら。どうやろうよ。ヒッ。たまるわけにはいかねえ。頼らせてもらうぜ。
回復して立て直す。
Yeah. Tough.
集中していく。でらっ。連携しよう。
俺の見せ場だ。はい。休ませろ。
レーザー。
分かってるって。
だったらさっさと隠れろ。
Aw, Cloud.
打ちまくってやる。おい、いけるか。そっちはどうだ。
貫く。フォローを頼む。
おう、任しとけ。そうだ。くらいな。はい。まだくたばんねえのかよ。いけんだろ。こっちだな。
Come on, yeah, stagger this thing. Oh god, from behind the thing. Woo! Staggered! Yes! Let's go! Oh, come on. Not over yet. Oh, let's go, cross slash! Hit it. Favored it to death. Let's go, all nine. Would have been bad if that 20 minutes started before the fight. Come on, fat boy, hurry up. Drinks his milk. Really? Get up the ladder. Going down the ladder is way easier than going up the ladder in this game. I can't imagine anybody picking the choice to not help her first iteration of the game. And choose not to help her. Yeah. You're not shut, you're not helping. There's some people like that, they freak out if they can't talk. Item over here, nope. Barretto!
おう任しとけ。あいつらと合流する。早くここから出ねえ。
Let's go. See how quickly I can finish this one.
厄介なのが起きましたぜ。
また眠らせるわ。
おう引き込んどけ。ビリビリだ。そっちはどうだ。
一気に叩き込む。フォローを頼む。
覚悟はいいか。とっておきだ。まさか聞いてろよ。どうよ。ガツンと頼むぜ。
Nice. Go. Oh, there's an item over here. Quick, slow at opening chest. Let's go. It was a bottle of ether. Always need that. Okay. I don't even know what he said.
俺の見せ場だ。
長引かせた。
Oh, these guys. Now we're late. Go. Kinda actually have left like 16 minutes. This scene is critical because they destroyed plant and make you think that you destroyed plant was bad. Oh no!
立てるか。
Nessie! Always
助
falling
けても
down.
らおうと思ってわざと転んでみたの。
迫真の演技だったな。
クライド。さすが。さあ走ろう。
全員いるな。怪我はねえみてえだな。爆発が派手すぎねえか。
爆弾はレシピ通りに作ったはず。でも気化した魔法が反応してるのかも。
これは町まで行っちまったかもな。
町より星だろ。星の命ちょっとは伸びたかな。
そうじゃないと困る。さあ外に出よう。ここ8番街でしょ。
まだ先っす。
よし、先導してくれ。
了解っす。あちこち漏電してるっすよ。気をつけて。
You always have to go in the wrong direction.
ああ、鉄臭い、錆臭い、新鮮な空気かも。
Oh, there's nothing over here this time.
この鼻腔を切り裂く酸っぱい匂いはなんだ？俺か。変な汗いっぱいかいたからな。
Get this, I almost landed on top of someone.
腹まで揺れたっす。爆発止まらねえな。
潰されちまう前に出るぞ。
魔法濃度100倍。まさか火薬？
ジェシー、後にしようぜ。
Jessie's already blaming
お
herself.
腹がグーグー泣いちゃって。
アジトまで我慢してろ。
次はお弁当持ってこなくちゃ。
ウェッジまだ？
もう少しっす。あの辺りから出るのがいいっす。
じゃあ爆弾仕掛けるから離れて。
待ってろよ、マリン。
待ってろよ、シャワー。
セット完了。爆発！
おお、開いてる開いてる。
邪魔者はコッパみじん。さあ行こう。
That's adorable.
緊急事態発生。緊急事態発生。こちらはシンラカンパニー危機対策本部です。一番魔航路が何者かの攻撃を受け爆破されました。現在も断続的な爆発があり火災が発生しています。1番街および8番街は警戒区域に指定されました。
I think it much more clear in this iteration how terroristic Avalanche actually is. Like, what they did was actually an act of terrorism that disrupted people's lives.
予想以上。
That really doesn't come across in the pixelated first game, in my opinion. Not as well.
今さら何を。
And here you're forced to kind of walk through the environment in a way that you're not forced to walk through it in the other game.
もっともっと魔航路をぶっ壊す。星の命を救うためにな。
だよな。覚悟を決めて始めたことだ。まだ始まったばかりっす。
Charlie Sheen lookalike just put it. They knew it was going to get messy. Which explains better Tifa's hesitation to go out and partake in these activities in the same way they are, right? In the first game, you just think, oh, Tifa's just kind of a cold person, doesn't care as much about this fight that Barrett's involved in. But that's not true. Tifa cares a lot. I think in this game, her inner conflict about joining Avalanche and being a part of their activities comes across a lot more clearly. But as you can see, I'm starting to already make room for my first argument for why this iteration does some things well that people aren't considering, and that is tells the story that they were originally trying to tell a little bit better. Certain elements of it that you are able, because of the layers of the RPG game from 1998, you're able to kind of look past, are things that you can't ignore in this iteration. Diddy. Maybe you do need to tell me what that is.
あげる。助けてもらったお礼。
仕事のうちだ。礼はいらない。
いいからいいから。おかげで今、私はここにいる。
Yeah, you're gonna need that cure.
生き延びるのは運がいいやつか強いやつだ。あんたがどっちかは知らないけど。
しみる。
これはもらっておく。
使い方は知ってるよね。
俺を何だと思ってる。
Healing materia.
倒れる前にちゃんと使ってね。それからこっちは新入り君の度胸をたたえてスリル満点のご褒美。じゃあ貨物車で。
Before we walk around and talk to people about what just happened. If there's not even over here, there always is. Right? Backpedaling, that's how you get items. Go ahead and go to break. We'll be back. We'll play chapter 2 of the story. And, take about a 10-minute break. When we come back, chapter 2, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Thank you for joining me. Max damage all 9s. This is my new run, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stay locked. Alright, coming back in for round 2, chapter 2 of Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Just escaped from the terrorist act we just committed as Avalanche from the Mako reactor. Now we're in the streets, looking at the aftermath. Trying to make our way back to the bar, 7th Avenue. Depth Station. Yeah, I love the detail. That may not be appropriate to pay attention to detail right now, but look at this. Textures on these straps. Oh man, this person's hurting. What rubble? I can't tell where you are, Jesse. Jesus. All you're saying is a little more to the left. The left of what? This way like I naturally was going to. This is gonna be blocked off pretty soon. We're looking for items. And he fell. Just like she told him not to. No good. Or seems tall in this frame. No, he's tall. That's all he is. Yeah, it was a little goofy to me too. But if you think about it in terms of the Advent Children canon, or the canon that Advent Children had set up, it makes sense. Trying to be, which case, Cloud really is part of Sephiroth, or what Sephiroth is a part of, and so they have this like psychokinetic link, telepathic link. So if anything, I think the first game didn't have enough Sephiroth in the first disc. But, I mean, Square was known at the time for all their Final Fantasy games having two villains, right? The second villain is never the same as the first villain. In the case of this game, it was... the first villain was Shinra. Turns out the real villain is Sephiroth. Make it that way. Right, yeah. This is a combination of the original and Advent Children, and I think that's what they're going for here. Consistency with that storyline they set up in that movie. Because that storyline is also used in the books. Not just the movie, the books as well.
ほう俺がこの手でもちろん覚えているとも我々の大切な思い出だからなさてクラウド
Yeah, see, there's something Cloud forgot.
お前に頼みがある
He asked me, the first game was a little bit more disjointed.
悲鳴も上
Setting
げ
up
ず
Sephiroth as the It's like they were writing it one way and then they chose to write it another way. Whereas with this, at least from the very start, you kind of have a setup for what you're going to get at the end. That is if they keep it consistent. Which it looks like they are. I mean, that's the burning of Nibble.
星が死ねばこのあでやかに燃えるお前の故郷が消えてしまう息子だけは助けてくれと泣きついた女の声切り捨てた時の感触さえ消えてしまうのだ我々をつなぐ絆の喪失は私自身の死よりも耐え難いなあクラウド力を貸してくれ何簡単なことだクラウド走るんだ逃げて生き延びて
Right?
いいぞそれでいい私を忘れるな
Makes Sephiroth seem more like a Sith Lord, controlling Cloud's actions. Because he could at any time just kill him, right?
幻覚か魔法に近づきすぎたなさあ行くぞ
車は無理なの
速やかに高速道路から離れてくださいまた魔航路の爆発に伴う大きな揺れの影響で火災が多発しています室内は危険です建物の外に避難してください繰り返しますこちらは神社カンパニー機体作本部です
Could have thrown a fight or two in here.
予想以上か
速やかに高速道路から離れてくださいまた魔航路の爆発に伴う大きな揺れの影響で火災が多発しています室内は建物の外に避難してください
Wait a minute. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Made me question if there's a weird camera angle, I think. Yeah.
駅がダメならどこに逃げんだよこりゃ非常交代だな
みんな守ってくれる市長は何をしてるの
This is the part that I don't quite understand yet. See a little later. On Aerith. How they're being used. That's the element of the game I don't quite understand.
お前には誰も守れない
And we'll find out on this playthrough.
自分さえ
I'll figure it out. let you guys know if I do.
大丈夫？大丈夫？
あ
お花どうぞ。
花
If it's the thing after the
追い払
grave,
って
the train
助けて
graveyard,
くれた。
I think is what it is.
何の話だ
I'll have to see if I
じゃあ
understand it as we
出
play
会い
through
を記
it.
念して。
面倒だな
聞こえてますけど。
いくらだ
値段は相手見て決めるの。あなたはただでいいや。
え
花言葉は再会。
警告しておこう俺は強いぞ
うんそんな感じするよ。
脅しには屈しない。
ああ怖いお兄さん脅しに来るとか警戒してる？ないないそういう心配しなくていいから。
マコーロが爆発したんだ。あんたも今夜は店じまいして。
So yeah, as soon as she touches him, he can see them. Very Doctor Who kind of moment.
Nani? 見えてないのか。
やっぱり一回解散。
おい
またね。
Oh, well, bye.
兵を地面に置けゆっくり
Damn though. Cloud's involved in things. Harry. I'm trying to learn.
じゃあここまで悪くない止まれ行けここで仕掛ける終わりだ進むぞ
Make sure I don't miss any material. Almost perfect. Get the dodge area. Oh, what's that?
異常なしお前終わりだやっ
That hit. God, that's already.
一気に叩き込む。これだ。悪くない。
Cracking the shit even more. Harvest guard, hell yeah. That's what I came over here for. Harry comes back after dodging. Break 2. Sure I get everything. I like leveling up here. Any ways to this?
正面突破は難しいが、彼の道は建物を伝っていくか。上から行くのが無難だ。 迷っている時間はない。
Fireball.
慎重に行け。
Oh, this guy. Nice.
当然の結果だ。
逃がさない。
悪くない。
ターゲットは住宅街を進行中。道路封鎖の条例を急げ。
ターゲットと遭遇。消えろ。
We have to die.
当然の結果だ。
ターゲット確認。当選する。
Oh. Yeah, that's a hit. That timing with those guys. Go. Go.
袋のネズミだ。手こずらせやがって。
Dang, I thought I hit it right. Learn how to parry. Haggard! Let's go!
8番街警備2班男を追い詰めたこれより確保するおいその剣は
Because they know that guy. Oh, he does know that guy.
クラウドさん来なかったっすね。そんな顔するな。あいつはきっと無事さ。あの身のこなし見ただろ。ソルジャーってのはやっぱりただもんじゃない。
本気で誘わない？
ちょっと待って
What's up, Charlie Sheen?
心配したじゃねえかえあ何してやがったんだあ
治安維持部隊がうろついていたからかき回してやった。連中を駅から引き離せたはずだ。
余裕。
な、頼りになるだろ。
待て、一つ聞きたいことがある。
あ
見えない敵を見たことはあるか？
あ
ローブを着た霧のようなやつだ。
それ見えてるし。
突然見える。おそらく接触がきっかけだ。
神羅の新兵器？
ビビって幻覚でも見たのだろう
もういい。聞く相手を間違えた。
車両を変えんぞ
今度ですね。
貨物車なのに。
避難命令のせいか。
運が回ってきたな
8番街ステーション発
到着までに戦闘車両に
7番街駅。この列車は1番マコーロ爆破により避難用特別ダイヤで運行しております。車内混み合いましてご迷惑をおかけします。
Did a good job of filling the world up with NPCs. Like enough unique NPCs. Poor Red.
せいか。ちょっと聞いていいか。
兄はどうなったのかしら。娘が8番街に住んでいてね。
クラウド SOS ドキドキが止まらないの。やっぱり8番街のわけがわからない。
気化した魔法が誘爆を。
Yeah, just talk about it out loud on the, you know, on the train. It's
そんなことそう見えない敵がいるって言ってたよね。誰かが疑うより先に自分のそうしない。クラウド聞いてくれてありがとう。
マコールを爆破するなんて迷惑な連中ですね。
Oh Lord, here we go.
公表されていないが、犯人は十中八九アバランチだ。
昔からうちのプレジデントを付け狙ってた連中ですね。
シンラにたかるつもりか。
おい、適当なことを言うな。アバランチの目的は星を救うだろう。
なんなんだ君は。
星を思う善良な市民。
はあ？どこが善良？
殴られるぞ。
Oh,
あ
buddy.
の爆発は悪党への警告に決まってるじゃねえか。星の命を搾取する悪党へのよ。
This man with a gun on his
悪
arm.
党の名前は
So obvious.
てめえらはよく知ってるよな。
私らは暴力なんかに屈しない。何があっても変わらない日常を送ってやる。これが新列社員の戦い方だ。
意義なし。
これぞ死んだ魂。
けいっぱいいっぱいじゃねえか。
悪いか。いつだって精一杯生きてる。引きましょう。
Sometimes I feel like Barrett. I've learned the lesson that I can't convince people through like being angry. My position, you know, if I believe the things I do, I have to live by example. That's also what Barrett's trying to do. An argument could be made when it comes to Barrett's character. How much of a ceiling does a character like Barrett have being a marginalized person in this society? I mean, through multiple ways, right? Like, we assume he's a person of color, but also the mechanical arm with a gun attached. I don't know, man. How much convincing could somebody like Barrett really do?
ちょっと話そう。新しい仲間にはこれを使って説明するんだ。知ってることばかりだろうけど、儀式だと思って聞いて。
何度も言ったはずだ。俺は。
That's also I was talking earlier because Gilbot was remarking during the Sephiroth cutscene, the premature Sephiroth cutscene with the fire. That was just like, oh, is this just for fanboys, you know? Fan service. Why'd they put him in the game early? And I was like, well, you're trying to be more in line with Advent Children in the books. And all those things, there's more of a connection between Sephiroth and Cloud than... Like, in the original game, it makes it seem disjointed, almost like the first villain is Shinra and the second villain is Sephiroth. And I know that's a trend with Final Fantasy games, right? Like, in 8, the first villain is, you know, the witch, and the second villain is really the thing behind the witch, and the third game...
私たちのことを何でも知ってるデータベースで紹介して、主に治安維持に役立てる。ほら来た。ID は偽造だから安心して。ね、腕によりをかけたんだから。
They can barely hear you, so we're gonna have to...
地上まであと少し。ほっとしない？
I understand, though. Yeah, how important is it who Sephiroth is early enough in the narrative for it to matter? I'm on the side that revealing it from the beginning is a lot more honest to the story than, oh, our villain is Shinra halfway through, and then this too, it's like, oh no, it's Sephiroth. It felt like, what I'm trying to say is, when I played the first game as a kid, it felt like it changed the writing halfway through. It did not feel like an organic story plot. Whereas in this one, it feels like they're trying to remedy that. Maybe they did too good a job. I don't know. I don't think they did. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Max Damage All Nines. I have a lot of things to say, a lot of opinions. If you like to talk about those things, join the Discord. I have a Discord of the Damage Den where we can talk about that. And also, who I'm kind of doing this long play for is my Discord. Part of our long-running discussion on your narrative in video games. I'm gonna end it here after this little cutscene. These characters just feel so much more alive to me in this rendition. It's given this whole setting a lot more depth. Because let's be honest, the story is longer than the 40 hours it takes to beat Final Fantasy VII. If they give the rest of the story the same treatment consistently, then I think they did their job. If they don't, if they mishandle that, then of course I'll be there to criticize them along with everybody else. But I still think that is yet to be seen. Alright, we're gonna save it right here. We just reached the Sector 7 slums. See how alive and open this place really is when we come back for our next episode on Final Fantasy VII Remake. Thank you guys. This has been the first episode. I'll be editing and chopping this up for YouTube. The Max Damage Arcade is where you can find all those videos. So, thank you very much for joining me. I had fun playing this for you guys, and I'm going to continue to have fun playing it. My focus on this long play is the story, the narrative. That being said, just like with my other long plays, Ghost of Tsushima, and any other game with an open world, I will focus on the side quests elements separate from the story, and I will feature the story elements for you on my YouTube edits and on my streams mainly. Everything else, if you need a walkthrough, if you need tips, join the Discord. There's plenty of space for us to post that there, and I know where to get all the information if you need it. So that's why I don't focus my long plays around necessarily playing the game to the utmost efficiency or 100%ing it, so to speak. I focus them more on getting through the story and talking through the different elements. So that's generally how I do things. Max Damage All Nines. If you appreciate that, give me a follow, subscribe, like if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'll be back next episode with another video on this long-running series. And be sure to catch my other series on Resident Evil 2 Remake and Ghost of Tsushima. I'm beginning Ghost of Tsushima Act 2 starting next month. Well, this month. It's January 1st, so starting this year. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be back with another video later on in the week. See you guys. Peace.